I don't know if you know there's a coronation in about 16 days, but there is. May the 6th, King Charles III, a massive, massive day and moment in British history. It's been 70 years. Obviously, the Queen ruled, sadly passed away last September. Interestingly, as this whole coronation euphoria has started, there's been talk of protesters, you know, you're not our king, people who want a republic and see this as a very important moment. Charles has countered, of course, and said, you know, I'm going to bring a slimmed-down monarchy and all of that. It'll be very interesting to see. I'm going to go to America now to speak to one of my dearest friends, Kinsey Schofield, because overnight, Queen Camilla's son, Tom Parker Bowles, and I love him for this, has had a right go at the Ginger Whinger. Kins, hello.
Hi, good morning. Am I the American you were looking for? I'm hoping it was me.
Absolutely. Hold on a second. What time is it in LA?
It's 11:30.
Do you know what? Whatever time of day you're on, you look exactly the same. Thank you for staying up. I say staying up. Coming back from the club and putting on a bit of lippy would be fair, wouldn't it?
All right. Yeah, but no, I completely agree with you. A big win for Tom Parker Bowles. You know, he tends to stay out of the royal drama because he's built a brand, a very respected brand at this point in time of his own. And it's almost as if he's doing what Prince William can't, taking up for a member of his family, taking up for his family.
I mean, in Spare, you know, he said that, you know, she had always, Camilla, got her eyes on the crown, and when she's made queen, I suspect for Harry it will be the worst moment in his life. But actually, you know, this was all a big manipulation, and you do the To Die For Daily podcast. You are the biggest Princess Di fan, but she was flawed, and of course, yes, she was 19. Was marrying a man who patently his heart was elsewhere. It's actually quite sad. But, you know,
right.
he did absolutely go for Camilla. And we've always said, I don't know what you think, darling, but I think there's a red line with Prince Charles. And I suspect, and I could be totally wrong, that when anybody criticises Camilla, I think that is a moment. Now, I'm not saying that he would have phoned up Tom Parker Bowles, but I suspect that Prince Charles will be very happy that this has been said this morning, not from him, but through the son of the woman he loves and has done for most of his adult life.
Oh, I'm sure that there's going to be a high five behind closed doors if you know, King Charles is capable of that sort of mannerism.
Hey, but, Charlie boy, high five!
But yeah, I think that... you know, this is a difficult time because the king, I doubt he loves this headline. I think he wants the focus to be on the coronation. But at the same time, I do think he's glad that somebody's taking up for Queen Camilla because no one's really been in a position to do that.
I mean, I couldn't agree more, and I think, I mean, we're really delighted here on Talk. You're coming over, aren't you? You're coming to spend every evening with me.
It's 1 week from today. I'm working out. I'm going to wear 3 pairs of Spanx at a time, 7 pairs of eyelashes. I'm prepared.
Spanx? What? Oh, I see. Oh, those. Oh, sorry. They've just explained to me what that is. So listen, you're coming over. We're going to do coronation stuff. So we've done loads on JK Live this week. We've talked about the King's menu. We've talked just now about Tom Parker Bowles. This coronation. I mean, there was something this week as well. I don't know if you read. A 94-year-old, very aristocratic lady who was very close to the Queen. She wasn't invited. The press made a big thing about that. You're slim. You're offending this. She said, "Don't be ridiculous. That's the way of the world." Interestingly, and as Piers went on air last night, and I think quite rightly, he was questioning over here what the interest was. Poll came out on the Mail Online saying actually people are warming to the idea and there is an increasing popularity to what King Charles can bring to this country. I always ask you this because it fascinates me before we talk about a couple of other things. Is there excitement in America? They love the pageantry or not really?
Yeah, I mean, we do love the choreography, the tradition. We love the history, listening to all the commentators go into why certain things are done. But, you know, you had a conversation recently with a few Americans that were visiting. I do think that the general feeling is 1980s, 1990s Charles and Camilla scandal with Americans because they haven't had a chance to see the Camilla rehabilitation. There's not been much of one. I don't even know if they've come over here in recent years. I think the answer is no, that they haven't. And then you've got the crown. So there is interest in it because we love William, we love Catherine, and we are morbidly curious about Charles and Camilla, but I don't think that there is as much love and devotion as there was for the Queen.
I completely agree. I've told you on numerous occasions, to the point where I probably bore you, the old man who worked for the Queen Mother for 40 years always said to me that when the Queen went, a great degree of mystique would disappear forever. But, you know, yes, I'm a royalist. I also acknowledge, I mean, I must put this to you, that there are a number of protesters heading out about, they're called Extinction Rebellion over there. They moan about everything. But there's also a number of people who have said that they will be peacefully protesting on Coronation Day. They are for a republic. We know what's happened to the Commonwealth. We know that several countries have opted out of that. I think one of the things that will happen post the Queen's reign is the Commonwealth will be harder and harder for Charles to perhaps govern over. I don't know. That's just a feeling. Are there Republican sentiments in America, or is it not that deep? It's just it looks lovely and it's going to be fantastic and it's a bit of a drama.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any hostility towards the royal family. I think that there is something very romantic about the idea of royalty to Americans. And I think that they're especially excited to see William and Catherine one day take the throne.
Right, listen, some other general American stuff, if you don't mind. I know it's late and you've come back from the club. I'm only joking. She was probably in her pajamas and she's done it.
I was in my jammies.
Were you in your jammies? Oh my God.
I'm in my jammies, actually, waist down.
Do you know, that's what I love. I would never ask you this, but I bet nobody's got a clue. She's probably sat there in her pajamas and put a top on and put some lipstick on. This very quickly, you know Meghan, the sort of rumours that she might well consider a political career. Shock horror. We've read a report this morning, this is beyond me, that Joe Biden will definitely announce he's going to stand next week. So let me get this right, Kins. You've got an 82-year-old man who doesn't know his name, or a man who's facing criminal charges, and that's the best you lot can do out of 350 million people.
Well, don't forget the anti-vaxxer, because he's, you know, we've got we've got Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that's now running. So, I mean, we've got a long list of very chaotic candidates.